Hello to all of you. This is Shalini Bhatia explaining you law of segregation. Law of segregation was given by Mendel and it states that during gamete formation, the alleles of a homologous pair of chromosomes separate from each other. For this, Mendel performed an experiment in which he took two pea plants, one homozygous tall and the other homozygous dwarf. When he cross-pollinated these, in F1 generation, all plants were tall. When the plants of F1 generation were allowed to self-pollinate, he found that 3/4 plants were tall while 1/4 plant were dwarf. This indicates that in the F1 generation, both the traits tallness and dwarfness was present, but still only the tallness trait was expressed as it was dominant. But in the F2 generation, the dwarfness trait was expressed because segregation of homologous pair of chromosomes took place during the gamete formation. Now let's see the important points of this experiment. Two copies of the traits are inherited. One copy from mother and the other one from father. In F1 generation, dwarfness trait was not expressed, although it was present. But in F2 generation, tallness and dwarfness both are expressed, and this proves the law of segregation. Let's try to understand the experiment done by Mendel with the help of Punnet's square. He took homozygous tall pea plant and homozygous dwarf pea plant. The gametes of homozygous tall plant, these are the gametes of homozygous dwarf plant. When they were cross-pollinated, all the plants were found to be tall. Now, these were allowed to self-pollinate. These are the gametes of both the parents. When they were crossed, the result of this was 3/4 plants were tall while 1/4 plant was dwarf. Now if you observe this dwarfness characteristic, it was not observed in F1 generation, but it was observed in the F2 generation. This proves the law of segregation. In the F2 generation, the phenotype is 3:1, that is 3/4 plants are tall while 1/4 plants were dwarf. The genotype is 1:2:1, pure tall 1, hybrid tall 2, and pure dwarf 1. This completes the law of segregation. I hope you must have understood it.